Who the hell are you?
I'm the guy that's going to save your ass.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Very last one.
Final bros are here. It's Brian Hopper LaGrosta and Thomas Paine is my hero. And Shane Smith.
He wrote that book during the American Revolution, right?
Yeah.
The British are coming.
No, that's Paul Revere.
Joined by Mike the Cannibal Gypsy himself, G, and Maddie the producer. We're here for another episode of the final podcast.
Hot one. Yo, Paul Revere. Slayer or nah?
Fuck, marry, kill. Paul Revere, Thomas Paine, George Washington.
Okay, you fuck Paul Revere.
Have to.
You have to marry George, and you have to kill Thomas Paine.
Because like back then, George had that money.
Yeah, George had
It might
Paul.
have only been like a few nickels, but that shit was worth a lot. Also, I don't know if you guys knew this, Benny Frank, was fucking murdering it. He got like tons of pussy.
Oh, for sure.
Like, it was crazy.
Like outrageous amounts of pussy.
Yo, I feel like all these old like school like dead presidents and whatnot just like fucking crushed ass.
I think all presidents crush ass.
Not the later ones. Maybe the last one being Bill.
Are you saying George
Bill-
W. didn't crush?
He got fucking zero ass. Okay, I'm gonna do a top 5 list. We did one of like best fuckers ever. Top 5 non-fuckers ever. I'm putting fucking George W. there.
Grover Cleveland.
Are they only presidents?
Like, you see this guy and you're like, he's never even spoken to a woman, let alone know the touch of one. Rudy Giuliani, never seen a girl naked. He gets no ass. Who else?
Are we going just like anybody or like politicians?
I think he's saying anyone.
Yeah, anyone but like politicians in general.
Non-fuckers.
Like I established John Kennedy. That dude's dick was almost falling off.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, she's
Yo,
not-
you see, the thing is, I think Nancy Pelosi's fucking.
Yo, we're killing Oreos. Yo, are these, quick question, are these Caitlin's? Because if they are, I'm not going to continue
they're
eating.
mine.
They're yours.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll continue eating them. Do you guys want to see me build like an ultimate stuffed Oreo?
You just go buy those at ShopRite.
No, I'd make a thicker one though.
Do you?
I could. Do you want me to do it during the course of this episode where we may or may not talk about Feast?
Sure.
Because like my list is over. I just wanted to point out that Rudy Giuliani is celibate.
Oh my God.
He's an incel.
Oh my God.
You ever seen that man sweat?
He's fierce.
It looks like it's melting his face off.
But is he a super hunk?
Oh, fuck yeah.
He's a celibate super hunk.
Rudy
The
Giuliani,
celibate super hunk, Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani reminds you know the episode of Always Sunny where Frank puts on gets painted by or gets makeup done by the moratorium.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a really good one.
It's
You've
like that.
almost never
And-
said anything of value on this podcast, but that was
That's
awesome.
what Rudy Giuliani reminds me of.
Matt, I don't need that from you. And if there was a brick of some sort, I'd cave your head in right now.
We're off of vicious fun, Mike.
Right, that was like a couple weeks back.
Yeah, now you have to feast on his corpse. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Tied it all back together.
Did you ever
Rachel.
notice how Oreo's like tagline is Milk's favorite cookie?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Who came up with that? What did Milk tell you that?
That's gay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Look, Brian, move real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on. Shane, if you can, read the top of that.
Milk's favorite cookie.
What does that mean?
Milk loves Oreos.
Okay, how do we know that? Did Milk say that?
What if the cow said
Did
it?
Milk come out? Yeah, Cow was talking about it.
Yeah. It was just like, moo, moo.
Yo, Matt, that was so perfect. You've done 2 good things on this episode now. I'm so fucking proud of you.
So, with that said, let's jump right into the spooky pit.
Whoa.
God. Have we even talked about this movie at all?
No.
Okay, Feast, released in 2005. Bar patrons included the dude from Lost Highway to fight for survival against creatures that are attacking them.
Yes.
Directed by John Gulager, and it stars Navi Rawat, Christy Allen, Balthazar Getty, Judah Friedlander.
Did you say Christy Allen?
No, Krista Allen. Judah
Wasn't
Friedlander.
Christy Allen like famous in like the 60s?
That's a different person. Dwayne Whitaker,
That
Josh
old bitch.
Zuckerman, who's in Sex Drive, and Henry Rollins, who's in Black Flag.
Okay. So, this guy who directed Feast, he has done a murderer's row of movies. He's basically only directed bangers. Do you want me to run you off what he's directed?
Yeah.
He's directed Feast. He's directed Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds.
Horrible movie.
He's directed Feast 3, The Happy Finish.
Horrible movie.
He's directed Piranha 3 Double D.
Literally horrible.
And he
fucking
directed
good.
Children of the Corn Runaway.
What is wrong with him? So this is the best movie.
Yes.
I'm going to say Piranha 3 Double D was.
That movie is atrocious.
Also has the guy from The Office in it as well.
Yeah, David Koechner's in it. Yeah.
At some point in this movie, he's just like literally bleeding maggots.
Wait, who?
Judah Friedlander is bleeding maggots.
Oh, yes.
Is that the guy you're talking about?
No, we were talking about David Koechner, who was in
Who's
Piranha
that?
3 Double D. The guy who's also in Vicious Fun and Final Destination 5. Spoiler.
I was talking about the maggot bleeder in this movie.
Why were you talking
Well,
about
he's
I
him?
thought he was in The Office.
He's in 30 Rock.
Oh, that was 30 Rock.
No.
Yeah.
Basically the same show.
Not
NBC.
even close. Not even close.
I've never watched either of them.
That's a real shame. The Office is really good.
I think I've seen the UK version.
With Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Are you lying to me?
Yeah.
I had a feeling. So Feast is the story all about how this town got turned upside down when these bar patrons are having a really good time in the bar, right? It's you got all your usual suspects. You got a toughie, you got a bozo, you got a beer guy, you got a boss man, you got a drunk girl, you got a Harley mom, you got Hot Wheels, you got a coach, you got a grandma,
How about a honey
you got
pie?
an edgy cat, you got a bartender, you got a vet, you got a honey pie, you have a Cody. Like they're all there in this bar.
A lot of characters.
Yeah.
And I think that my biggest criticism of this movie is that they did that title text for each character, and I feel like it took way too much of the opening.
I kind of love it though at the same time.
I like it, but not for this many characters.
It got
really
old.
slowed it down.
At first it was real interesting and then it got real boring.
I
They did it for every single person. Are you fucking kidding me?
liked it. I personally liked it. So,
It's like a good 30% of this whole
yeah,
movie.
it's a really long time, bro.
I mean,
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
This is a nice twist. I thought this hunk guy, this tight guy in the beginning, I thought he was actually going to be the hero.
No,
Yeah, because the title card told you that.
not only that he's the hero, he's actually the villain because he's the one that brings the fucking enemies there.
Yeah. that is true.
Legitimately.
So yeah, they're all at this bar. Things are happening in the bar when the hero bursts in, says there's a whole lot of hell about to rain down on this town. You hear me? And right, that's how he says it. And they're like, "What the fuck you talking about?" The bartender pulls out a shotgun. You guys are looking at me like he didn't sound.
My
like
biggest thing, why? Don't you hate the fact that they had the bartender wear that fucking 80s earring just so it gets ripped out later in the movie?
Yeah.
It's a fucking so dumb.
It's plot device. The earring.
There's like a couple old people in this movie. That's a couple points down on my buck.
You ain't like grandma?
Yeah,
She recently blew Mick Jagger.
That's what her title card says.
Yeah. See? Should pay attention. I had to touch you again, by the way.
Yeah, you're big into that. Brian's getting a phone call.
That's okay. I'll call him back.
Is your knee starting to hurt? I feel like I slap it like pretty hard every episode.
We're getting red. We're seeing red. Chevelle.
Okay, good, nice. All right, so yeah, once the hero gets his head massacred off, the heroine's gonna pop in, and she's like, "Where's my husband?" And they're like, "Well, he's dead." And then this like small creature's gonna burst through the bar.
We find out that it's the fucking baby boy.
Yeah, and it's gonna start murdering. Like, it cuts this biker chick's leg off. This vet guy gets his fucking heart ripped out. Jason Mewes gets his face ripped off.
How did we not bring him up yet?
Well, he's not in the movie. He's dead. Like, they're like, this is Jason Mewes, and then his
but
next scene he dies.
He's fucking. It's Jay right there.
He's dead.
Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, he's dead.
I feel like we had to establish that. Not everybody knows who Jason Mewes is.
Well,
You assume that? You're making assumptions? Like how kind of like Oreo assumes that like milk loves its fucking cookie for some reason?
I mean, it does.
Brown's got a kimono on. How do you feel about that?
I do.
I love it. It's like the old days.
Do you like how Jason Mewes was playing Jason Mewes?
I do like that.
That was a nice touch. And then the next title card after that really pissed me off.
I love the title card where it's like heroine. Hopefully she does better than the last hero.
Ah, we're so quirky. Oh my God.
I liked it. I thought it was funny.
You like that? It took up 50% of this movie.
Yeah, because the movie's honestly not as good as I remember it being.
No joke. This scene right now that we're watching that you guys can't see, but we could see because we're here and you're there, but we're not there and you're here.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's so much fucking shit happening at this part. I don't even know how you would decipher it.
Yeah, that's why I kind of just said Jason Mewes died.
That was your synopsis of this scene.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Also, the biker chick gets her leg cut off, which was also important. Oh, and I said the vet got his heart ripped out. So I feel like I hit the main points without mentioning that the small creature dry humps a dead moose. Like Tom Green and Freddy Got Fingered.
That's wild.
That movie's wild.
Yeah, he does. Remember, he goes in the dead moose.
I remember he cuts it. He wears.
He wears it.
skin of
Yeah.
the moose.
Yeah.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage?
It's a movie. Tom Green was a character.
He was.
I used to like his
Is
talk
he
show.
alive?
Yeah, I just saw him on Kill Tony.
Oh shit, he's alive then. Okay.
I think
Tony,
at one
interesting
point
show.
he was with Drew Barrymore. Matt, fact check Drew Barrymore.
What a couple. That's interesting.
That is a weird couple. I don't like it.
Because like if that's true, and if my
Barrymore and what was the name again?
Tom Green.
if my memory serves correct,
It never does.
that how the fuck did he pull her?
He's funny and rich. Do you not see Pete Davidson?
Dude, me and Brian.
They were married at one point.
Wow. Were they really?
I fucking knew it, and you said I was wrong.
I never said that.
Me and Brian though, fucking
crushed it.
absolutely destroyed these
Is
things.
that full?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Feel-
been like literally 5 minutes.
Feel that.
Yeah, it's empty. I get it.
There's nothing in
year-
there.
This year, an article was posted about it's his former spouses Tom Green and Drew Barrymore meet each other at the first time in 20 years.
So they got together again.
Yeah, I guess like on
think they
for
fucked?
something.
No.
Oh, on the Drew Barrymore
Well,
show.
yeah. Wait. Yes, they were married, so of course they fucked.
No, I'm talking about on the meetup after 20 years.
No, they
No.
were on Drew Barrymore's show.
Did they fuck on the show?
Not confirmed.
They probably fucked pre-show, maybe post-show.
Yeah, we'll have to watch
Well,
it.
we'll have
She
to-
has her own show
It's like
where like she talks to famous people.
how to win a Razzie in
It
100
appears
ways.
so, yeah.
That was sick.
It appears so on YouTube.
Jerry O'Connell has his own show.
Is she getting like top tier people or like
It's fucking Halle Berry. I would assume so.
Halle Berry?
Drew Barrymore?
Drew
Oh.
Barrymore.
I thought we were talking about Halle Berry this whole time.
Imagine Tom Green got that.
That's why I was confused. It makes a lot more sense that they got Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore was an ET.
Drew Barrymore was in 50 First Dates.
Drew Barrymore was in The Wedding Singer.
Matt,
Drew Barrymore was in Charlie's Angels.
I have nothing left for her.
Was Drew Barrymore in Donnie Darko? I think she was.
Drew Barrymore
She
was
was
in
the teacher.
Scream, right?
Oh,
Drew Barrymore
Matt,
was
Matt
in
just
Scream.
threw out a good one. That's 3 for 3 on this show.
Is he? It's not giving him
He's-
too much credit. He's going to get big head.
Yeah, we can't have that.
He's going to think
happen.
he could talk more.
Yeah, or that he needs to like not work when clearly he has to work.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Feast.
Some people die. Kids die.
Are you okay?
Feast dies.
I feel like you're not okay.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So I actually have no fucking clue where we are anymore.
We can start from the beginning. Can we start from the hero coming in here? We really don't know much about anything that's going on, but the hero comes in and he's like, I'm the one hero that's going to save your asses. And he's immediately kills and his head just taken away in the mirror, in the window. It's actually completely cut and taken from him.
Yeah.
And then he's replaced by the heroine.
Yes.
Hero Heroine, good song by Boys Like Girls.
Okay.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, of course. No, it's great.
Slapped.
Awesome song. So that all happens. Then, like, we establish when the first creature they lock that creature in the freezer.
Of course they have to. They need to.
Yep. So the creature's locked in the freezer. Then they put Cody. They want to hide Cody in the closet. So the mom goes to check on him. She's like, Cody, young boy, are you okay? And then Cody's like, yeah, I'm a young boy. I'm okay. And then a creature jumps out through the window. And he's like, oh, this is a crazy situation. And I'm going to eat this young boy. And he eats the young boy. But, like, there's something about the visceral reaction to eating a young boy that you then have to vomit. So he then vomits the young boy onto the beer guy. And then the beer guy slowly melts the entire movie.
He's just like in a melting maggot.
Yes.
Right. Real quick, I'm going to just say, if I was Brian and I had editorial control over this specific episode, I would cut out most of what you just said and overlap you saying young boy over and over and over again. Just to really drive home that you like men.
Yeah. Shane's gay.
So that's a thing now. So moving on to that, the beer guy, he, like I said, since he's starting to melt, it's like kind of an ongoing joke that no one cares about him as he melts. Yeah. And like they check, like, eventually gets his eye pulled out and they like check his eye and it's covered in maggots.
He's fucking bleeding.
It's actually one of my favorite parts of the movie.
He asked, like, how does it look? He's like, is it bad? Is it bad?
And he's like, is it healing up?
And she's like, yeah, it's
okay.
It's not that bad. And then she fucking pukes all over the sink.
He's like, so it's okay then. We're okay.
It's actually really funny.
There's a couple hotties in this movie, though.
Tuffy.
I appreciate
Honey Pie.
that.
Yeah.
The mom that calls her son young boy.
That's Tuffy.
Tuffy.
Oh. You think the heroine was a baddie?
She was a baddie.
She was all right. She was all right.
We've actually reviewed 3 consecutive movies now with just baddie heroines.
Tuffy's pretty.
She is.
Honey Pie's pretty.
Yeah. So after like all this chaos, right? How are we getting out of this situation?
Well, chaos reigns.
We're gonna look out the window because they murder the boy, not the young boy, the baby monster boy.
That was a mistake.
Yes, because then they're like, all right, let's throw it outside to the creatures to prove that we have a dominance over them.
Well, that was Henry Rollins' move.
Yes, Henry Rollins is my favorite part.
He's incredible. The motivational
Bro,
speaker.
when he's giving these dude, his fucking hand gestures, it was sending me.
Yeah,
kind of reminded me of you on this podcast. So you're very handsy. Oh,
so
God.
yeah, they basically do this whole talking thing. It's like crazy. It's all over the place, and like I'm gonna paint you like this big picture here. Yeah, feel me? And basically, they eat this dead baby, insta fuck into a new baby.
Yeah, like it just drops from them. They think it's shit.
Yeah,
and it's a baby.
Imagine if humans could do that.
No, God, we would have a lot of issues.
This is like one of those movies where like
reproduce.
We always talk about like less is more in this podcast, but I feel like we don't. My criticism originally was that we don't know anything about them, and we really don't.
Yeah,
and they're just able to conceive pretty much like on fuck.
Yes. The issue with this is it's not that less is more. It's there's just nothing. There's nothing to actually go off of. They just make up their rules as they go along with these creatures.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Because like that vomit scene, right? That never actually happens again. And there's multiple times where they're next to the creatures fighting them where I'm like, why don't they just use the fucking vomit attack? Yeah. Like it never actually comes up again. Also, because that girl starts fisting one's mouth and they could have easily just vomited on the fist.
Or bit her arm off.
Well, no, she knocked the teeth out.
Oh.
So that's why I thought the vomit would have been like a good way to get out of that. But it literally never happens again in the movie. Right?
No, yeah. It's just on that one guy. Huh?
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's a strange choice. So they see that like this plan didn't work, so they like start coming up with like other plans of how they're gonna get out of this. Like, can they get to a car? Can they like barricade themselves in? Like, what are they gonna do? So they come up with the idea to use one of the dead people as a distraction so that heroin can run to one of the cars. And that's gonna go south fast.
Big South.
Because one, the biker chick is still alive, and they don't find that out till later.
Well, she gets her leg cut off.
Yes.
And he thinks she died out because of blood loss, but she's still alive. Continue, Shane.
Yeah, and so basically they see she's alive, but Boss Man still throws her out anyway.
I think it was the right move.
Yeah, well, that girl gets mouth fucked by the baby, which is a sentence I think we should probably cut. Just the way I phrased
The baby
it.
creature.
Yeah.
Baby So that girl gets mouth fucked by a baby creature.
Leave the first one in though.
No, I'm leaving it all in because
Yeah.
Shane loves chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happens. They then blow her up, right? Because they strap dynamite to her. Mm-hmm. The girl then falls out the window, and then you think she's going to get killed by the monster, but instead she makes it back, and then they accidentally shoot her.
Yeah.
Well, the accidental shooting is because she comes back in what seems to be like a heroic move, but because the guy doesn't know that he thinks that she's a fucking beast.
Yes.
He shoots her because he's Baltazar Getty, and he was in the Lost Highway.
Yes.
And I mean, let's be real. You know, he had to create a safe environment for the people in the bar.
So they now, Boss Man and Balthazar Getty, have dirt on each other. They're both like, well, you killed that girl and you killed that girl, so we'll just call it water under the bridge. Also, during this, Henry Rollins got captured. Guess we should let something.
Well, Henry Rollins got captured quite immediately, and he doesn't you don't see his death scene until a little bit later on.
But he
when
has
they
been
use it,
captured.
when they use him as a human battering ram.
Yes.
It's also like he loses his pants at some point.
Yeah, and he has to wear pink fluffy pants.
Why does that happen?
They pull through the wall, but they rip his pants off. They don't get him, they just get pants. And then Honey Pie says, I think I have a spare pair of pants for you. So he puts on those pants. But he's been captured. So he doesn't fucking matter
So she
anymore.
lives like on the top of floor of this bar.
No, that's Tuffy.
Oh.
Which gets rammed out by the boss man.
Boss Man is giving her and her son, well, her son's dead. So just her now.
Or someone was eaten.
A house for getting rammed.
Fair trade.
It's okay. That guy's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now they come up with this plan of like it's kind of like a Donkey Kong barrel. They're gonna put Honey Pie in a Donkey Kong barrel, and they're gonna distract the monsters as they Donkey Kong barrel her out of the bar. And then it works, and she gets in the truck.
Totally works.
But instead of saving everyone else, she drives away.
What about this plan is a mistake?
Using her as the person to get into the car was actually the only mistake they made in the plan. They definitely should have used the other girl.
Heroin.
No, heroin's dead. Tuffy. You're off with the characters today.
There's a lot in this
There's a lot
of shit.
You probably could have
happening.
used a couple more subtitles so you understood who was who.
You mean the title cards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They take
you're
about
right.
45 minutes of the movie to show them all. So
Maybe the whole movie should have been title cards.
It probably basically was. So after this, Honey Pie's gone. You think at this point, because a giant hole burst through the wall, I at least thought she had backed the truck through the thing and was going to rescue everyone. No, the monsters have jumped through
Yeah, she's like never to be seen again, right?
until the sequel.
Oh.
She's in the sequel.
is the sequel good?
We watched it together. I don't remember.
Oh, is that where they slingshot the babies? Is that the movie?
Yep.
Trash.
So,
Garbage.
Did she die in that one?
I don't remember. She might be in the third one, which was really bad, like exceptionally bad. So once all this chaos starts erupting, like Bossman gets impaled through the heart and killed, and the bartender gets his neck ripped open, and like
Yeah.
they're just fucking bashing feasts and like just killing feasts. They throw a bear trap into a feast.
I like how you're using the noun of the creature as
Yeah.
feast
Yes.
versus like them actually using the verb of feasting
also
on them.
No. They are the feast.
That's also the title of my 64th book, Bash and Feast.
I like that. I like that. I actually think I would read that one.
I actually
finally have a book I would read.
I pre-ordered that book. I'm excited for it.
You're right up there with Margaret Atwood in terms of my favorite authors right
Oh my
now.
god. Okay.
What's Margaret putting out there?
The Handmaid's Tale.
Killen just read it.
That's all I know.
All right, she's got a good track record.
Does
You're
she?
no J.K. Rowlings. Rowlings?
Rowlings.
Isn't she like
Harry Potter.
Yeah. She's got a ton of money.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Put Them.
She's got a ton of money. Ton of money.
Like a ton
Probably
of
writes in
money.
a castle.
She probably has an entirely white house.
She lives in a White House. She's white.
Not like
No. I actually recently saw something. There's like mold on her walls.
Doesn't she hate gay people?
I don't know if she hates them.
I think she's like the one
I
that's
think
not-
she's just anti-trans.
She's anti-trans, yeah.
Matt, do a fact check if she hates gays.
No, I think she's just anti-trans.
Yeah, I think she's like all about like the trans women not participating in sports
Yes.
where men would dominate women, as it's historically been proven.
Yeah, that.
Logan Paul. Didn't he just recently tweet about that
Yeah.
from the Olympics?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Biological men shouldn't compete in women's sports.
I'm not going to comment on that, but yes.
Can't quote you on that.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of it.
I'm not.
I'm just,
I'm going to talk about it.
he's gonna talk about it.
Bitches are bitches. You know what I'm saying? Shannon, you just fuck like crazy bitches in Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying, dog.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm staying out of it. So
Of course you would.
the feasts now are getting murdered, right, by Tuffy. The guy who's been melting the whole movie has a Molotov that he's gonna use, but instead he just gets his head fucking smushed, and he's finally dead.
You ever get your head smushed?
Just like a real good smushing.
No,
How about the little man?
the little man. No. I mean,
Get the head smushed?
Yeah, head smush. No, we're good. We're good on the little man head smush. So basically, this movie ends with just Hot Wheels, Balthazar Magetti, or whatever his name was, and Tuffy being the only three survivors.
I couldn't believe that Hot Wheels was the guy from Sex Drive. Like, I
Yeah,
couldn't-
that blew my mind. I did
couldn't
not
put
know
it-
that
I
either.
could not put that together, but it is.
Did you know that? No, he didn't. So the three of them are going to get out at dusk, get into a car, drive off, and the engine's going to die. And you're like, oh, it's going to have a sad ending. They didn't escape. But it's a prank. Engine restarts. They get out of there. Credits roll. You think the movie's over? No, it's not. You know who we haven't mentioned in a hot minute? Grandma. Grandma's been hiding in the freezer the whole movie.
She's
You're like,
in-
oh, she's smart. She survived.
Yep.
Nope. Post-credit jump scare. She gets attacked as she leaves the freezer.
So, like, am I to believe that they survived, right? Grandma dies.
Yeah.
And Honey Pie, who gets out first and just continues to drive without coming back, is just okay.
Yes, because she's in the sequel.
Yeah.
It's
Honey
the
Pie.
only reason we know that. Which we'll get to in a sequel September at some point. Just not next week because we don't go back to back.
Who's your favorite character?
In this, ooh, I'm gonna go probably. Ooh, that's tough because most of them suck. But that's why I'm going Coach. Coach, it's easy. Coach
He's my
Henry
favorite-
Rollins. He's by far the best character.
He's my favorite character, too. Those, like, couple of, like, motivational speeches he gives are just so funny.
Yeah. You, Mike?
I don't think I had one.
Okay.
There's just too much shit going on in this movie.
Yeah.
Nobody had like a real chance to shine and like pull me in.
Yeah, because
And I
most of
like
them
to be-
die within seconds.
I like to be pulled in.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to pull you in with my rating now because I think I had this movie originally higher back in the day. It's always cooler, but overall, it's kind of chaotic. The characters, man, it is what it is. It's a fun little quick feast movie where people get feasted on. There's feasts in the movie. It's a lot of feasting. 6 out of 10.
5.
Okay.
I'd call it mid, honestly.
Gotcha.
It's it's got H-Roll. He's a bright spot.
Yeah.
There's so much shit happening. I didn't pick up on a lot of it because I have a smooth brain. There's Maggot Dude. He got annoying. There's like one or two too many old people.
Yep.
Which
So
is
many
my
oldies.
way of saying don't put old people in your
Movies,
movie.
yeah, fair,
Where are
fair,
you?
fair.
Especially with earrings.
I want to know more about these fucking monsters.
Right.
Where did they come from?
Well, you see
Why
the
are they
sequel.
there?
Tune into the sequel. Sloppy seconds.
I was gonna say I wanted the chick that fucking stole the truck
Yeah.
to like get her comeuppance, and then I realized, oh, she's in the sequel.
Yeah.
I wanted them to like catch up with her and like really like have fun with her body. But she's in the sequel, potentially a third one, as you said.
Yeah. There is 3 movies. I just don't remember if she's in the thruple.
But yeah, like this one, it's like your,
Typical feast.
yeah. I feel like this movie could have been better.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely. That's why it's mid. That's why I gave it a 5.
Fair. I'm tired of hearing you talk. Brian?
I
Yeah.
agree.
I kind of agree with like parts of both of your reviews. For me, this is a 6 out of 10. I think that this is a movie where we always talk about like less is more, but I feel like this movie would have benefited from knowing a little bit about the monsters.
Yeah.
They do look cool. However, you are giving no context to why they're coming. The only thing you know is that both heroines were married, and they give you context to their backstory driving here, but none about the monsters following them.
Correct.
So I am at like a little bit of a loss in figuring it out. That was my criticism when I watched this the first time. Second time, like it is a fun movie. With that being my biggest criticism, my second one was, I know you mentioned you like the text of all the characters. I thought that was just like, it was way too, because there's
much,
so many characters.
Too much.
Like, if there wasn't so many characters, I think it'd be okay. But there's just way too many characters, and they're also not real. Because they mentioned like Bozo is just like life expectancy till dusk, and he lives. So it's not accurate. I guess it's more used as a joke, but
Less title cards, less old people.
Got it.
You got a better movie. Also, like, they go and pick up like the hero heroine's kid at the end.
Yeah.
Why?
Their parents are dead. They're going to leave the kid by herself.
All right, because she also lost her son. Maybe she'll like adopt him.
Her. There's a
Oh, it was a
girl.
daughter.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll
Unless you're boxing in the Olympics.
full circle moment there.
Yeah, that's what we do here. We come back. We always bring it back. So let's talk best kill necro stuff. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head. Young boy.
he does get eaten.
Head slap.
Okay, beer guy.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
I don't know. Tough.
How does H-Roll die?
Head
He just
ram.
gets head ram like into the door area of the bar. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's like throwaway kills where like the one girl had the decapitated. I mean,
Leg,
not
yeah.
decapitated, but like the severed leg that gets thrown out, and the heroine that dies coming in. I'm gonna go with the hero. I think it sets the tone of the movie.
Okay.
He gets his head cut off. They make it like to be like he's gonna save the day. Literally, that's what his life expectancy is, and he just dies. I'm with the hero.
I'm glad you did that because now Matt has to decide who wins. So you got beer guy, hero. Who did I pick?
Young boy.
Young boy.
Young boy.
How young boy that again?
He got eaten whole.
And Shane picked him because like he's a kid. And
Tuffy's son he gets eaten. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And beer guy. How did that again?
Head slap.
I'll go with the original hero.
Original hero it is.
I like the sound of that. Just families sticking together, and at the end of the day, just
No bias played in that. Nah, I'm kidding. Don't worry. Here we go. Lagrosta hero. Hero.
no.
You were not a hero. You were a loser. You brought this hell upon this bar. These people were here having a good time until you rained hellfire on them with the feasts of hell. They were feasting on the corpses of everyone in this bar. They were feasting on the flesh of children. They were vomiting on the skulls of beermen. This is your fault, hero, and I don't think you should be in the Necronomicon, but you are.
I actually agree with him. I think the hero was cause of everything that they went through. I agree. If not for the hero and the heroine and bringing the monsters to them, because they hit the monster with their car, they don't encounter this thing at all. And they just have a very weird night with a bunch of really weird characters in a bar. And Jason Mewes is there with a face that's not cut off.
It's true. Jason Mewes would still be alive today if it wasn't for that man.
That was very scary. I was scared there for a second.
Why? It was very passionate eulogy.
I thought you were going to throw in a hell yeah, brother.
I considered
like
it.
a Hulk Hogan.
I considered it. It was my promo.
Bro, you think Shane would be a good like preacher for like a really like tyrannical
Church, yeah.
religion?
Yes.
I think I actually, okay, I don't want to like toot my own horn here. I think I would be a really good cult leader. I think I have the charisma and the passion to get like a crowd to commit suicide.
To like drink, punch.
I think I can do it.
I think so too.
I agree.
I'm only basing that off of like what happened 2 minutes ago.
Okay. Appreciate that. You know what's going to happen though in 2 minutes more? We're going to start sequel September. Everyone's favorite month of the year. We do all the classics.
All the big ones, all the good
That's
ones,
true.
all the hits.
How many sequel Septembers have we done to this point?
This is 3 or 4 now? I mean, it's definitely the 3rd, but it might be the 4th. Let's find out. I'm going to look through our illustrious
I
calendar.
mean, it's a good time because not only do we finish major series, we do continue with some of the newer series that we've had that have sequels. So it's really important.
Yeah, no.
We do love a good sequel September.
It's a good month. It's right up there with the February one.
Yeah, it's a good theme month for sure.
Sequel September is Cult Month, and Sequel September might be the 2 best theme months we do. This is, by the way, our 4th annual Sequel September.
4th.
Because every single Sequel September we have opened.
Final Destination.
Yep. So for the 4th time, and now the last time, we are opening up with Final Destination 5, the last of the trilogy.
Thank God.
Philology? Fiveology?
5 across the eyes.
That.
This series that had like 2 to 2.5 good movies.
Yes. And this is half of one. So with that said, we are the Final Podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where we discuss how are bridges made and how do you maintain them?
You love a good bridge collapse.
I love when bridges collapse.
Shane
www.
likes burning bridges.
thefinalpodcast.com for all of our content. Please give us a subscribe on the YouTube channel that is growing in a 5-star on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We'll be here next week reviewing Final Destination apparently for Sequel September. We'll see you then.
Drink it in, folks.
Drink it in.
Drink it in, baby.
Fucking gay.